Parker Howells opens the closet in his room, searches through the top of the closet, and and pulls out a box full of items. He opens the box and searches through it. Finds an old CD cassette tape. Puts it into a cassette tape player and closes the cassette tape player and plays the song. Listening to what will be inaudible music. Parker Howells had just injected the Titanic soundtrack on cassette tape into his cassette tape player. Put his headphones on and listen to it as he lied down in his bed. Listening to Susie Ammo's favorite soundtrack. Parker Howells stayed in complete ornamental quietness. Stares at the ceiling for a light second, and drifted into his own fantasy world. However, the fantasy world was interrupted by a bang on the door. Parker immediately comes out of snaps to reality, takes his headphones off, puts the cassette player and headphones on the dresser next to him, unlocks the top lock and bottom lock, and opens the door. Jereld Manning throws his hair to the right, and in response, bypass me. Let me in. Parker responds, sure. Jereld enters the room, dressed like a plumber, the plumber he was. Jereld opens the refrigerator and grabs an ice cold beer, cranks it open, and drinks it. Parker responds, so, what's your story, bro? I haven't seen you in a minute. I haven't seen you since the train run it. Jereld drinks the whole entire beer bottle, smashes the beer can with his hand, and throws it directly in the trash can as though opening the trash can lid. The trash can lid closes, and Jereld stares directly at Parker. Jereld tells Parker, I think I'm losing it. Parker responds, what you mean, dude? Like, what you mean, bro? Jereld walks around the bed toward Parker Howells and says, survivors of the train derailment 8 months ago are dying. Parker's lips pucker in and before they pucker right back out. And he turns around, looks at the wall, and looks at Jereld and says, Jereld, Susie Ammo, I know she's dead, but I gotta move on. Jereld, and as Parker decides to listen to his headphones again, Jereld grabs Parker by the hand and says, no, not just Susie. Dina's dead. Mason, the one I saw the deaths of those 2 civilians at the oil field, dead. Jereld turns and stares directly at a situation behind Parker. The picture frame that Jereld was staring at had a small crack in the picture frame, indicating a sign of somebody else's death later on. Jereld lets go of Parker's hand and looks directly into the picture frame where it was at. The small crack was indicated directly at a survivor of the train derailment earlier on. He looked closer at the picture. The small crack was designated directly between Thomas Parker and Jamie Jamison. However, the the dent in the picture was dented between Jamie and his friend Thomas. However, there was a double crack along the side of the dent connected to it. Jereld turned around and squeezed his hair, and looked directly at Parker. Parker realized the situation at hand. Looking at his phone, Parker heard Alice realize exactly what was about to happen before Jereld Manning says, "You don't think perhaps?" Parker turns around. Mason Cook just got killed, right? Jereld responds, "Yes." Wait. Parker stares at Jereld. The Volvo, which Coruscant is riding. "I think Death is talking about a rig date."